Attorney Stewart Vance from the Vance Law Firm is in studio with us this morning, waiting to answer your legal questions right here on the air. And as always, we'd like to remind our viewers that you are a personal injury attorney. What kind of cases do you handle?
That's right. We handle cases where people have been injured by no fault of their own, and that runs a big, wide spectrum from a small fender bender where people have questions about who pays for the property damage to a catastrophic loss of life a family might be enduring that they want to have questions about what happens next. How do we implement the right things at the right time? So anything in between, from end to end, it's worth a phone call. I can't stress it enough. Call and find out what options are out there, what you should or shouldn't be doing. At least having that knowledge gives you and your family some options.
If someone is in a car accident or any other type of accident, how important is documentation and what should they document? Yeah,
it's very important. Anything legally, documentation is key. But today, everybody's got a phone with a camera. So photographs, you can't take enough. Every angle, where you are, the location, people involved, other vehicles. You know, anything you can think of, it's worth having those photographs. You may never need them, but like my kids, they have so many pictures that they never need. It doesn't hurt to take them. So please take more than you think you might need, because if it becomes a situation where you do need them, having them can make such a big difference.
If you go to the doctor, keep up with all those receipts and all that information too.
Yeah, that's one of the very confusing parts, because health insurance, automobile insurance, they act independently, but they can affect each other. And those are some of the biggest pitfalls that I see over the years people fall into, because you get, let's say an ambulance takes you to the ER, an ER bill. When you go to the ER, you got a bill from the hospital, a bill from the radiologist, a bill from the treating physician. There's like 5 different bills you get for one visit to the ER. And your automobile insurance, there's part of that policy called medical payment that could kick in. If you got health insurance, they're going to want to know that at the hospital, and how it pays affects what your claim may be worth down the line for the car wreck. So there's so many reasons to call early and ask. I can't stress it enough. It's a free call. Just because you call us doesn't mean you're hiring our law firm. That's up to you. After you get a free call, we talk, give you what our opinion is. If you then choose to hire us, we'd love to represent you and help you out. But just knowing the information, Sally, on the front end makes a big, big difference.
We hear you often talk about stacking policies. What does that mean?
I like that you're paying attention.
I'm listening.
You do. That means, and it's a part of the policy, and gosh, I can't stress this enough. Check your own insurance on your car. Do not ever waive the uninsured/underinsured motorist. Too many people go in to see an agent and say, I want the least expensive insurance I can get that covers me with the state. 2 different things. That with the state only requires liability, so if you get the least expensive, they're going to have you sign what they may or may not explain properly is you're waiving the uninsured motorist. Well, that part is important to you and your family, because it protects you and your family if someone else hits you and causes injury to you. We had a case yesterday, came in, we've got to close it. Terrible, terrible injuries, but the at-fault driver had no insurance, and although our client, who now we've got to close the case, had 5 vehicles in his own home, he had waived insurance, the insurance on all 5 of them. So there's no insurance anywhere to collect. That's too common of a story. So please don't let that happen to you. Make sure you have that But to your original question of stacking, like if he had it on his 5 cars in Alabama, you can stack unlimited number of vehicles in your household as long as they're not all in the same policy. And that's when it kind of gets into the weeds. Some companies write them all on one policy. Some companies write them, each car is an individual policy number. If you can get caught up in, hey, they're going to give you a multi-car discount, but that could negate some of the vehicles that you could stack and could be coverage that you miss out on. So great question. Those are just a few of the things that you could call early on and ask us about. Even if you hadn't had a wreck, you want to know about your insurance, what you have, what you should have, please call us, stop by. We're happy to meet with you and talk to you, because we don't want you to find yourself in that situation.
It is a free call. We have a caller on the line right now, Henry in Montgomery. Henry, go ahead with your question.
All right, my question is, I was recently in a car accident where someone sideswiped me. and I'm going through the process with their insurance. They want to continue to lowball estimates. I've gotten estimates on my own, and I'm willing to take a reasonable amount, but they keep insisting I take my car to a individual shop, but I will accept liability, and because I own my car. What is the process? What should I do? I've gone extensively with them to the point where it just seems like it's going round and around.
Yeah, welcome to the world we live in every day at our office. That is a very common situation. Couple options. When you have property damage, it is separate from personal injury. Two parts of the claim, usually a separate adjuster handling each of those. So different things apply to each situation. What I tell a lot of folks, if you're getting the runaround like you are from the at-fault party about fixing your car, if you have insurance, collision insurance on your own vehicle, it's sometimes easier, less hassle to call your own insurance agent, because even though you didn't cause the accident, you could pay your deductible. They would reduce what they give you for it. They're behind the scenes. It's called subrogation. They're going to go behind the scenes and get their money back when they pay you for your car. But because you're their customer, you're usually going to get better service from your own insurance company. That may be a way you can avoid the hassle, the runaround you're getting. Make the claim on your own policy. Make sure they know it wasn't your fault. And then tell them who the other insurance company is. And then what people typically don't know, when they get their money back, and usually it's in 60 days, they're going to send you back a check for your deductible, because when they get their money back, they're going to refund you what it cost you to start the claim. So hopefully that gives you some direction. If the hassle continues and you don't see an end, that's what we're here for. That's usually how folks end up calling us.
Henry, thanks for calling us and good luck to you. We're going to take more calls in just a minute. Again, that number 334-420-9732.